Hey friends, what's going on there? This is David Potts with Song Notes, and today I'm excited to show you how to pick up that guitar and play Butterflies. This is a song from Kacey Musgraves' brand new album. Great little song, been stuck in my head. I've had a joy listening to it on repeat, and as that goes, I usually pick up the guitar, start playing around, figure it out, and I wanted to share with you sort of what I put together here in case you too want to play this song. A couple things to note, we're going to be capo on the 7th fret. That's how she plays it, and that sort of lets you sort of emulate the chord voicing she's doing with the C and the A minor and the E and the F and the G. And let's look at this song. So basically, there's 3 chord progressions that are all very, very, very similar that you're going to use for this entire song. They all start with C. They all have A minor 7 as the second chord. They all have E minor as the third chord. And then it's the 4th chord that really is different. Sometimes you stay on E minor for that 4th measure. Sometimes you're going to go to a G for that 4th measure, and sometimes you're going to go to an F for that 4th measure. So I'm going to teach you how to play all these chords, but off the bat, I just wanted to really drive this home that there's not a lot of complexity going on here with the chord progressions. Okay, so how to play these chords? Well, let's look at the C chord. That's sort of going to be the home bass chord, and you need to know it, of course. It's the thinnest 5 strings, 3rd, 2nd, open, 1st, open, okay? That's the C chord. And this A minor 7 chord, you might not necessarily know what an A minor 7 means. You might know an A minor, right? Now, an A minor 7 is actually, in the way she's playing it, it's even easier to play. Basically, what's going to happen is you're not going to put your ring finger down on that 3rd string, that G string, so you're going to be playing open, 2nd, open, 1st, open, okay? And really the key here is look at the C chord, and then look at the A minor 7. All you're doing is lifting up your ring finger from the C chord, okay? And because the A minor 7 always comes right after the C, that's sort of always the transition into it. It's a really easy sort of couple of chords here to start with. So C, A minor 7, then we're going to it E minor, okay? Open, 2nd, 2nd, open, open, open. That's how you play E minor. Now, you'll also need a G chord. That's 3rd, 2nd, open, 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 3rd, okay? If you want, you can put your sort of ring finger down on the 3rd fret of the B string, the 2nd string if you want. It's not required, and you can sort of put your fingers like that if you want, or like this. It's up to you, okay? Now, the F chord, that's the last tricky one here. A full F is like this, right? This is a really tricky chord, especially with a capo up here. You kind of have to lean at a more awkward angle. So you have a few options. One, it looks like when Kacey Musgraves plays this herself, whenever she does an F chord, she often does this sort of 4-string mini F. So 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st, 1st, okay? On the thinnest 4 strings only. So now this does require you to bar those first 2 strings, and it does kind of require a weird hand angle of its own. What I like to do for the F is, to make things easy, is I'll usually just play the middle 4 strings. So 3rd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret. And that's with my ring finger, pinky finger, middle finger, and index finger, okay? And I'm not really playing the E strings, but if I let this high E string ring, that actually sounds okay in the context of this song. It's technically an F major 7, and if you're really ambitious and want to wrap your thumb around and get that bass note, you can, but don't worry about it if you can't do it. Basically, that's the middle 4 strings. You also could just play the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Okay, this one's a bit trickier because you don't want to strum all the strings. You really want to avoid the 6th string, 5th string, and you can play the high E string if you want, but those are the options for an F chord, right? You don't necessarily have to do the full 6-string F. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Basically, those are the chords you need. Now let's talk about strumming patterns for a little bit, okay? Fortunately, it's going to be pretty straightforward, and you're just going to be strumming away the whole time. But the key is you want the accents of every 4-count sequence you're doing to come on the 1 count and the 3 count. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 down up 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 down. Okay, so that was basically all down up down up down up down up, right? All the downs are on the count, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and the ups are coming between each count. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down up 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 down up. Okay, get used to strumming that without your left hand in any chord shapes just yet. You want to get the right hand to know what it's doing. And I recommend practicing as you listen along to the song. You don't need a guitar. As you're listening, you're driving in your car, whatever, you can sort of do the strumming motion, right? You can do it on your hand or on your shirt or in your pants or something in your car. I mean, really, you can kind of get the motions in, right? And it's a very helpful way to sort of teach your strumming hand what to do. So basically, let's go through these chords now. Let's go to this progression. We're going to be on a C for 4 counts. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, A minor 7, to E minor, then to G. Okay, let's repeat that. Down, up, 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 down, up. Okay, so that's what you're going to hear in the intro, that progression. You're also going to hear it in the chorus. So basically, that's the strumming pattern you'll need. Let's look at the structure of the song, really. So the intro is going to look like this. You're going to have the C, A minor, 7, E minor to G, and then you're going to do the same progression but end on an F. So that would be... do it again, but this time we're going to end on the F. Okay? Now, in the album version, you actually hear this little riff that's played over the song. So those are the tabs for it. You can check them out on my website if you want to sort of learn it also. But basically that's played on top of that chord progression for the intro. Now, for the verse, we're looking at, it's just C to the A minor 7 to E minor, and you stay on E minor. So you're basically going to do that for 4 lines in a row, with the only exception being that the 4th time you do it, you're actually going to end on a G chord instead. And that's going to set you up to go into the chorus. Okay? So here's what those verse chords look like. I'll do a playthrough of just the first verse, just to give you context here. Okay, so I was just coasting, never really going anywhere. Caught up in the web, I was getting kinda used to staying there. And out of the blue, here we go to G, and when she plays it, you kind of like play it once and let it ring, and it just starts to the chorus. Now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down, stealing my heart, and same deal, right? But the only difference here is you're going to resolve each 4 chord sequence in the chorus to the G, okay? Notice how it's C, A minor 7, E minor to G, okay? So you're going to do that for the sort of first sequence. But then the second time you do it is untangled all the strings around my wings that were tied. Then you go to F. Didn't know him and he didn't know me. Okay? So main progression, go to G, reach. Now I remember what it feels like to fly. And you go to G again. You give me butterfly eyes. And you do the progression, and this time you go to F. Okay? Kiss full of color makes me wonder. Okay, so that's the idea there. Again, check out the website. I'm not going to go through every verse and chorus. Some of the choruses are longer, and you do that. You give me butterflies lyric a few times, and sometimes you go to the F, sometimes you go to the G. Just check out the printout if you want to sort of master it with exactitude, right? But otherwise, that's all you need to play this song. It's that one progression spun up a few different ways. You use it in the intro, the verse, and the chorus. But again, check out the website if you want the tabs and stuff for this intro melody riff, and there's also the bridge chords if you want to learn the bridge of this song. But otherwise, that's all you need for this song. It's a great, great song. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. And let me know what other songs by Kacey Musgraves you want to hear lessons for, and other songs in general you'd like me to do. I'm always curious what folks are looking to hear. So that's it. This has been David Potts with Song Notes. Remember, I want you to pick up that guitar and play. Have a great night. Hit that subscribe button. I'm always putting out new stuff, but I'm going to take off now. Have a great night yourself, and bye-bye.